Hey everybody, it's Don from Tarot doing another all signs. We are doing spring fling, and we're going to find out A, if you're going to have one, and B, what's the nature, and are you looking for a spring fling? So we're going to unpack a bunch of that. And also at the very end, I'm going to go over the card of the day, which for anybody who's interested in tarot or learning it or whatever, the card of the day at the very end. I'll do a collective after Pisces and then the card of the day. And the card of the day is Eight of Swords, if anybody is curious about that. And why is this not starting? Oh, my Lord. All right, well, let's see. Okay, there it is. And it starts with an ad, so I can't tell if I have sound. Hopefully I have volume. We'll find out in a second. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. We have volume. All right, so I'm also going to do a little bit of oracle cards and whatnot. So let's just take a look and see what's going on. So we'll start off with Aries. And you know what? There was something I wanted to tell you on. You know what? If I think of it during the reading, I'll go into it. But there was something I wanted to tell everybody, and I don't remember now what it was. So Aries is going to be at 1:15. Oh, here we go. Let's get into these. All right. I'm going to do it as a ticker. Okay, so 1:30 for Aries. All right. So there it is. All right, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's find out about your spring fling. And if you like it, if it resonates, feel free to hit the like button, comment, share, whatever makes you happy. If it does not resonate, feel free to check out one of the other sign placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's do this. So what should I start with? All right, so we'll just start with the tarot. By the way, when I shuffled, I looked at the bottom card before I started the reading, the Lover's card. So it's definitely, I think most people, majority of people are going to have a spring fling. Will it devolve, oh my Lord, will it evolve into something better, more committed, or long-term, we don't know. But I did say devolve, so maybe not. It might just be a spring fling. All right, so, all right. Look at this. 2 cards popped out. Oh, no, 3. 3 cards popped out, but look what the first one is. It's the Ace of Cups. That's new love. So, yes, you are going to have a spring fling, and you're going to probably keep it on the DL. I don't know if it's because the person you're going to deal with is going to be a little bit emotionally immature. I'm not sure. Or somehow be childish, or they're just really shy, and they don't want people to know. But 2 Cups cards, I will say this also. All 3 of these cards are Cancer Sun sign cards. Now, these 2 are Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but this is full-on Cancer Sun sign. So, that's a yes. So, let's get an idea. Do I want to know what timing? I kind of want to get a feel for the time. There is no more time. What? 59 might be significant. So, does that mean that it's going to be happening like right away? And underneath that is when you let go. So you may need to let go of someone or something. Maybe it's an idea about love, or an idea about your luck, or it could be your emotional connection to somebody from the past that you just don't really want to finally let go of. You'll know your own situation. Okay, so let's get some oracle cards. Be here now. Oh, okay. So I don't know which Aries folks I'm talking to, but I will say this. A lot of you all may not be in your body. And what that means is like your head is in the clouds. You're not paying attention. So like if you find yourself, for example, bumping into things, and it's almost like you're not really paying attention, it's because you're not in your body. It says be here now. So you need to like kind of like come back down to earth and pay attention, be in your body and pay attention, be more intentional with your energy and everything. Truth and integrity. Okay. Why is that here? I'm just curious. Interesting. The Ace of Swords comes out when I say, why is that here? So is there, okay, first of all, in the past, have you dealt with somebody who was deceptive and was a bit of a liar, not so honest? Because It's truth and integrity, and the Ace of Swords comes out when I say, why is it here? So you need to get to the heart of things, cut through the BS. When you're dealing with people, make sure there's nothing confusing, nothing left to guess. Make sure they know where you stand, where you're coming from. What else do we get? Okay, I don't. Why is that here? Why is activist here? Um, okay, so it's you. Basically, you're making it happen. The magician is showing that you're the one that's making this happen. So you're taking action to make, whether it's a love relationship or I think it's going to start off. Well, okay, before I say that, I think it's going to start off physical. Yes. And it could be somebody who's very feisty, defensive. This is Leo energy with the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is like it's very. It can also be somebody who is very into blocking people. They're defensive. They fight off the competition, but very feisty energy. Um, huh. So you may be dealing with somebody who wants to fight off the competition. I want to get a couple more oracle cards. We get health. Health issues could arise, so that's something you might need to know about for spring. So make sure you get plenty of sleep, drink plenty of water, do whatever you can to take care of your health because that's really important, and get a checkup if you feel you need to. And okay, so who is this person? And I definitely get past energy. It's definitely past. Someone from the past. It says, when I'm sad, I look at your pictures and feel much better. Who? I'm just curious. Who is this? Not that we don't want to go backwards. We want to go in the past, but who might this be? Virgo energy with the Knight of Pentacles. Maybe somebody who dragged their feet, took too long. I almost get doomy and gloomy kind of negative energy. And the reason my eyes immediately focused on the horse being dark and everything just being really dark and kind of doomy gloomy. The card itself, look at it. It's, I don't know. I know I'm going to disappear as I try to show you this card, but look at the card. If you look at it really carefully, you can see like it's not a happy, cheerful card as far as colors go. It's very dark, drab. So you may have dealt with somebody who was, I want to say, kind of negative. I don't know if they were nitpicky, but they might have been. I don't know. Money was, if it's describing somebody from the past, money was something that was very important to them, and it could have been a source of frustration in the relationship because of money. Maybe they took too long to financially invest. Were they stingy? I don't know. But they wanted to be seen as some kind of a hero. Interesting. All right. And anything else before I move on to Taurus? Why is retreat here? Now, if it's referring to how you deal with somebody from the past, yeah, back away from that retreat and let go. And I'm being guided to see the card, there is no more time. So if you are waiting for things to somehow maybe possibly get back together, things get better, they get their shit together, there's no more time. So anything from the past, let it go, be done with it. The numbers 34 and 59 might be significant. All right, so I'm going to actually put these. Okay, so the signs that popped out, I forgot to mention that. The signs that popped out, you get Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer again. On the bottom of the deck, having firm boundaries, Libra energy with the Queen of Swords. So being very clear, having firm boundaries and let people know where you are or where you stand with things. All right, so I am going to put these aside. I'll put them away later. It's going to be a lot of fun. Sarcastic there. All right, so let's move on to Taurus. And Taurus is going to be at 9:45. Ooh, I took way too long on that one. All right, I don't mean to take all day on that. All right, so Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's find out about your spring fling. For those of you who are not in a long-term committed relationship, this is for you. I will call up the signs in case you need confirmation from somebody you came here to hear about. If you like it, if it resonates, feel free to hit the like button, comment, share, whatever makes you happy. If it does not resonate, feel free to check out one of your other sign placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's do this. All right, so first of all, I need to shuffle because you know what? I kind of want to use my deck too. I just did Aries, so I didn't shuffle yet. Oh, and at the end, I'll do a collective and after Pisces, and then I'll do a card of the day. So let's. What the heck? I don't know why that's there. That's weird. All right, so. Yes, there is going to be a spring fling if you're not in a committed relationship. And Scorpio energy here with the King of Cups. This person is going to have a lot of love for you, a lot of emotion. They're going to be, regardless of gender, they're going to be very protective, almost like dad-like a little bit. I know that's even if it's a feminine, they're going to come across as very protective, almost fatherly-like in that way. Taurus energy with the Seven of Pentacles, they're going to invest in you. They're going to want to invest in you and take their time and really get out of a relationship what they put into it. But so does this thing have lasting power? Does it have staying power, or is it just going to be a fling? Does it have lasting power? Yes. Ooh, wow. What a card to answer that question. The Nine of Cups. That's a card of wish fulfillment. And I don't know who that is, but I'm not answering that right now. Okay. Wow. And yeah, so Pisces energy with the Nine of Cups. That's wish fulfillment. So yes, this has lasting power. It's not just gonna be a fling. Ooh, Taurus, I like that. I don't know. Do I want to answer any questions with this deck? I'm gonna use my deck to answer any kind of questions. Like yes or no questions, maybe, other than the things I've just asked. So let's get some oracle cards. I feel the need to dig deep on this one. And I see some gold ones. Let's do some of these. Damn. Commitment. Taurus, I like it. I like this a lot. Ooh, I like it. Children. No. I don't know if somehow children are going to be prominent in this situation. They could bring you together with them. You could meet each other at like a child's birthday party, or they could have children. You could have children. It could be like a blending of families. I'm not sure what this situation is, but children somehow are prominent in this situation. And dreams. Okay. I don't want to go too far with this. Okay, so can I get an idea of? I'm going to take that one too. Can I get an idea of? Oh, okay, I'll take that one too. Of when? Can we get an idea of when? And the focus, it needs to be on the spring and early summer. Okay, you have in a few weeks. Now, I got a couple other cards. That's why I kept digging. I got, and not anytime soon. And I was like, okay, that's not right. Because you already got yes. It's time to let go. Now, number 44 might be significant. If there is somebody from your past that you just can't seem to emotionally let go of, even if you physically let go of them, it's time to let that go, because it's going to block anything new from coming in. It's going to keep anything new from being successful. So until you do, it's not going to be anytime soon. So you need to let go of anything from the past, like completely. And then it's in a few weeks. And these sleeves are knocking things over. You get be at home and vision. Dreams, vision, be at home. I don't know if it may be it'll be somebody that it could be somebody, I'm not going to say it's definitely going to be, but it could be somebody that you have a dream about. And it's almost like it's like a vision. And you see it clearly in the dream, and then you end up meeting them and you're like, oh my God, that is exactly the person. That's who I saw in my dream. And that was in my vision. That's who that was. So any other cards? We get, okay, I don't know if this is a past person or the new person. I'm getting the feeling it's new. It feels new. It says, I can feel all the love you are sending me, and it's electrifying. So you could be having with this person, you could have kind of like I don't know if it's like a spiritual connection or a psychic connection, or kind of a combination of, like a spiritual psychic combination, connection with this person, where you can feel each other's emotions and whatnot, even when you're not together. So that's kind of cool. Why is Mercury retrograde prominent in this? So you could meet this person to come together during a Mercury retrograde. Now we just had one at the time that I filmed this. It went direct. What? Saturday, Sunday. I think it went direct, or maybe Friday. It went direct early in the weekend. So there's not going to be another one for what? I think it's 3 months. Now I'm curious. I'm not going to look it up, but so the next Mercury retrograde is going to be, there's 4 in a year, and they last 3 weeks at a pop. So there's 4 a year. That means probably in about 3 months we get another one. So, but you could meet during a Mercury retrograde. I don't know. Maybe both of you end up like getting lost going to something, and you ask each other directions, and then you find out you're going to the same place. Something like that. Anything else before I move on to Gemini? Did I already? Yeah, I did already pull that. Okay, let's just use my cards real quick for anything else you need to know, and then I'm going to move on to Gemini. Anything else? Okay, so your hard work is going to pay off. It's going to give you the ability to live a life of luxury and have everything you want and have prosperity, and happiness and growth. So hard work, anything that you're working on is going to pay off, and it's going to grow. So your money's going to grow. Your I want to say prosperity, but your lifestyle is going to improve, and you're going to be able to sit back and relax and be happy. So that's kind of cool. On the bottom, stillness. Why is stillness here? Well, if things have been really quiet, they're about to pick up speed in a big way. And let's see. So you got Virgo, Taurus, Libra, Leo, and Sagittarius energy with those cards. And then Scorpio, Taurus, and Pisces with these cards. All right. On the bottom of the deck, Virgo energy with the Knight of Pentacles. All right. Let's put those over there. And we're going to go on to Gemini. All right. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And the time is 19 minutes. Oh, wow. I'm taking way too long at this. I'm going to be at this all night long. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's find out if you're going to have a spring fling. I feel like pretty much everybody, if you're not in a committed relationship, their love is in the air for a lot of people, because the Lovers card was on the bottom of the deck after I finished shuffling, but right before the reading. And that's a Gemini card, by the way. But yeah, so I feel like for everybody, the answer is yes. But let's take a look and see what the cards have for you. And I'm going to do some oracle cards too. And I'm going to call up the signs in case you need confirmation of somebody you came here to hear about. If you like it, if it resonates, feel free to hit the like button, comment, share, whatever makes you happy. If it does not resonate, feel free to check out one of your other sign placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's do this, Gemini. All right. Man, I need a tan. Um, I don't know what camera settings are causing me to look washed out, but it's been this way for the last what 3, 4 readings that I've done. This is a bright red, like kind of a sweater pullover thing, and it's showing up as light pink in the video, and my face is like, I mean, yeah, I have light skin, but it's making me look like Casper the Ghost. So I'm not really sure what the deal is, and I have one bar on the Wi-Fi, so if I'm blurry, I apologize. All right, so Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm going to say yes. So what you're putting energy into, you're getting a what is it? A return on your investment. You're getting out of something what you put into it. So you put your energy and time into somebody, and it's going to pay off. So you're going to, for those of you who are not in a committed relationship, yes, you are going to have a spring fling. Now, I did just get the message as I said that, and it's giving me chills as I'm getting ready to say it. There will be a few Geminis that are in committed relationships who are also going to have a spring fling. I'm not here to judge. I'm just going to leave that alone. I'm not going to say Nike about that. Taurus energy with the Seven of Pentacles. Now, you saw me shuffle, right? King of Cups came out again. Scorpio energy. This person's going to have a lot of love for you. Oh, they're going to see you as their happily ever after. Holy Hannah, that's Pisces energy too. So Taurus, Scorpio, Pisces energy, they're going to see you as worth it. So it's a yes. It is a yes, and healthful. Okay, healthful eating. Pay attention to what you eat. Make sure you do your level best to eat healthy. Do the best you can, and then don't judge yourself afterwards. But do the absolute best you can. I can't even hold on to the card. But focus. Why is focus here? Focus is here because so whoever you're interested in is going to be kind of shy. They're going to come across as a little shy, so you're going to need to really pay attention, focus. Or you might miss the fact that they're actually into you or interested in you. Okay, why is enchantment here? Oh, okay. I don't know if it's you or somebody else. Somebody's going to try to do a little bit of I don't want to use the words spell work, but I'm just going to say somebody's going to try and put a little extra oomph into making things happen. And trust. And this is like trusting the universe. So if somebody puts something out into the universe, whether it be with, energy work or praying or whatever, and then they're going to trust that it works out the way they want it. Okay, so caution. Why do you have caution here? It says caution. Find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. Yeah, be careful about that. A lot of people are I don't know if it's because their companies, their jobs, but a lot of people are kind of working themselves a little too much. Now, you could say, well, it's not my fault. They're making us do overtime, whatever. But just make sure you take care of you. Eat as healthy as you can. Get as much sleep as you can. Drink plenty of water. Stay hydrated and all that kind of stuff. The Sword and Rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. Well, I feel like this card's here to let you know that you are protected, and the truth of anything, you'll know the situation. Nothing's going to get hidden from you, so I don't think you have to worry about that. Okay, and so what? Can we get an idea of what time frame? Oh wait, funny you say that about waiting because I'm watching what I eat. Oh, Mia, what's up, yo? Yeah, so me too. Me too, because I eat fairly healthy, but my thing is portion control. I'm a Taurus rising, a Venus in Taurus, and I've noticed that I have been just like shoveling it in. But I mean, it's healthy food, but it's like too much of it. So yeah, I gotta cut back. Okay, so things happen sooner when you focus your energy on you. So focus on you, and things will happen a lot quicker. You're being guided to just focus on yourself, take care of you. Anything else? I'm going to ask this deck, and then I'm going to go on to Cancer. So with this deck, Page of Cups. You get that twice now. Page of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but you got it. Or actually, no, you didn't get it. It was Taurus that got that. Okay, so you're getting the Page of Cups. So somebody is definitely shy. Yeah, definitely shy. Because you get also the Hermit card. So it could be somebody who spends a lot of time. That's so you got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and then Virgo energy with the Hermit card. Um, so somebody, didn't I warn you that before? So pay attention, because the person that you're interested in is going to be very shy. They may spend a lot of time at home. They're not some big life of the party kind of person. And I know Geminis are usually attracted to Leos and Aries and all that, but this person isn't quite like that. So does this have lasting power, staying power, like long term? Yeah, but it is going to require self discipline and really making sure you stick firm with boundaries, and where they stand and they know where you stand with things, making sure everything's nice and clear. That's the keeping things out in the open, keeping things clear. That's what makes sure that it has lasting power. And that's a Libra card. Okay, I think that is it. All right, so let's move on. What's on the bottom of my deck? Eight of Wands. It's actually gonna happen pretty quick. All right, so let's put these over here, and then we're gonna move on to Cancer. All right, so I still have one little bar. Jeebus, man, why? Why do I? You know what? I don't even care. I'm just gonna keep recording, and hopefully it's not like blurry or whatever. All right, so let's do Cancer at 27:30. All right, so 27:30 for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cancer. All right, so let's find out if you're. Oh, I'm getting the same feeling. Okay. Oh man. No judgment. Okay, so just like with Gemini, if you are single, if you're not in a committed relationship, I get a feeling you are definitely going to have a spring fling, and some Cancers who are in a relationship are going to also have a fling, and that's no judgment. That's your life. I'm not saying that's for everybody, but it's going to be a few. It's going to be a few out there. So let's find out what the situation is. I almost want to get a description, because I didn't really get a description of who they'd be, other than I called up the signs. I'll call up the signs in case you need confirmation of somebody you came here to hear about. If you like it, if it resonates, feel free to hit the like button, comment, share, whatever makes you happy. And I am going to try to get an idea of also who they might be. I keep shuffling, and I keep pulling the Seven of Pentacles. It's a Taurus card, and it's the card of getting out of something what you put into it. So you're going to get out of it what you put into it. And Cancers are pretty good at giving their all. They have more of a tendency to get taken advantage of, unless they're toxic. But assuming they're not some big toxic bag of trash, they are. And what happens when you're a giver? You draw to you the taker. So you got to be really careful with that. But you do get out of something what you put into it. And that's Taurus energy. This person is going to want to invest in you. But why? I got another 7. It's not a 7 I enjoy. Why is the 7 of Swords here? Why is the 7 of Swords here? Someone is hiding a connection. Somebody's hiding a connection. So if there's a Cancer that's going to step out on their partner, then you're the one hiding the connection. If otherwise, you may be dealing, your fling might be with somebody who is hiding a connection. So they may be cheating on their partner. I don't like that. You get Aquarius and Cancer energy there. How would you know? Like, is there a way to out them with that? Is there a way to out them? I'm going to cut. Well, yeah, just be very honest, be very clear, and really listen to what they say and how they say it. Because most of the time, when people are lying or cheating, like they tell on themselves, like it's especially if they have a big ego. Because people with big egos, it's just like I don't know, they like to. I don't know how to put this, but it's like they like to out themselves. Their pride somehow gets in their way. So yeah, listen and be very honest about what you want, what you're going to deal with, and really listen to what they say and how they say it. Okay, and that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius was the Ace of Swords. So let's get some Oracle cards, and I'm not going to feel. I don't feel like I need to go dig too far deep in this deck. Let me see here. That one. No. Yes. Okay. And that one. Okay. So, what do we have? Power. Okay. Oh, interesting that card comes up because I'm going to do the Pisces reading, and then after the Pisces, I'm going to do a collective, and after the collective, I'm doing the card of the day. The card of the day is the Eight of Swords, and 8 is a number of power and authority and all that. So, all right. So, what about power? Well-being. Well, I will say this: take care of your well-being so that you have the power to do the things that you need, because that'll sap you of your own personal power. You're very close to achieving your goal. Okay, there's something that you have a goal for. I don't know what it is. You'll know what it is, but whatever this thing is, you're very close to achieving this goal. Compassion. Don't most cancers have a lot of compassion? I think majority do. Speak your truth. That could be, well, there's the Ace of Swords. I mean, yes. So say what you got to say, and think on your feet. So you're gonna have to think very quickly. There's gonna be a need for you to like be able to think quickly and speak quickly and make decisions fast. All right. So what else? So let's pull. Get one of these. Oh, what's one of those? All right. This is something that either somebody from the past or somebody from the future is going to think. May not actually say to you, but it's something to think. I feel at home with you. I don't know who this is. But I get, you know what, now as I say that, I get the feeling it is a future person. So it's not the past, it's the future. Future person is saying, I feel at home with you. So you're going to make them feel very comfortable and at ease. I'm going to take this one. Pets. Getting a new pet, giving a current pet more love. I have pets. I'm a Cancer, and I know that Kiki wanted attention earlier, and I was like, I gotta record. So I will give her plenty of attention when I'm done. And can we get an idea of when some kind of spring fling is going to happen? Can we get an idea of when? No need to hurry. Don't we want to pin it down a little bit, though? On a windy day. Well, we've had plenty of windy days recently. Okay, so you're going to meet them on a windy day. All right. So you got Taurus, Aquarius, Cancer, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. On the bottom of the deck is the card of waiting. Waiting for your ships to come in. Aries energy with the Three of Wands. And what you've put into motion, you're now just waiting for it to play out. Okay. Anything else before I go on to Leo? Anything else before I go on to Leo? All right, so we have, that's the Knight of Swords, okay? That's Gemini energy. Somebody's going to come rushing in to talk to you. You have 2 cards here. Nice. I can make a new deck because something got spilled on this one. Actually looks like coffee. Okay. Let me see something. Bear with me 1 second. Wow. Okay, so I don't know if it's somebody. Is it someone from the past? This is usually a no card. But if it is somebody from the past, it's somebody who's all up in their head and they stress out and they're always in analysis paralysis. They let their fears get the best of them. They have a victim mentality. By the way, this is the card of the day that I'm going to do at the end after the collective. Take a good look at it because I said if this is somebody from the past, that's usually a no card. But if it is somebody from the past, it's somebody who stresses out. You get the devil card with coffee on it, apparently, and the Hierophant. So some unhealthy person or somebody with addictions that you had a commitment with or something like that, they may want to come rushing in. I get the feeling that if that's a past person, I don't know what is it that they would want to tell you, that they're heartbroken or that you broke their. You know what? If it's victim mentality, they're going to tell you that you broke their heart, and you know what? More likely, they broke their own heart. Eight of Swords is Gemini, and Three of Swords is Libra energy. Look at all the swords. Knight of Swords. If it's somebody new, if it's describing somebody new coming rushing in, my only concern is that they may be careful, Cancer. Just be really careful that you do not deal with any kind of narcissistic people, because people with unhealthy addictions and habits who want to instantly commit to you and connect you and like it's love bombing. I almost wonder if that is the case. So just be on the lookout for that. If it's anybody new and they come rushing in, they want to rush things, they want to rush a commitment. Just be super careful with that. All right. And now we're going to go on to Leo. Why is it asking me to share my referral link? Is it going to be in the... Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's funny. Okay. So, yeah, my streaming software is determined to get attention. I was like, oh, what is that? Let me hit that little button. Yeah, it's them wanting me to... Can I do that? Okay, I see. Well, I'm playing around with buttons now. All right, so let's move on to Leo. I kind of want to... Do I want to show that? Whatever. All right, so let's go on to Leo at 38:25. Man, this will be a long one. I did not mean to take all night, but here we are. All right, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's do this. Um, Spring Fling. Who are they? Let's find out. Okay, so I'm going to call up the signs in case you need confirmation from somebody you came here to hear about. If you like it, if it resonates, feel free to hit the like button, comment, share, whatever makes you happy. If it does not resonate, feel free to check out one of the other sign placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's do this, Leo. Let's find out. So, Spring Fling. I have a feeling that most people who are not connected, and I'm happy as I'm saying that because at least with you all, as I said that, I was getting ready to say, hopefully you're not in a committed relationship and having a spring fling, but I feel like most Leos are not going to do that. So if you are not in a committed relationship, I feel like you are definitely going to have a spring fling. I think it's going to be on the cards for everybody. It's high probability. But let's get an idea of who and when and all that good stuff. So, are you going to get the Seven of Pentacles like everybody else keeps getting? I'll shuffle and the Seven of Pentacles keeps coming out. All right, so let's see. Okay, so this is Taurus and Libra energy. It could be somebody who is very... they're into being very laid back and enjoying the fruits of life and just having a good time and just being, I don't know, I want to say carefree. Now, this also is a card of pregnancy, so there's that. But so if you're not looking to have a mini you, then and you are in the type of relationship that would cause that to happen, and you're of the age and all the other stuff that goes along. If that's a possibility, but you're not trying to have that, be careful. But let's see here. Yeah, because it's looking like there's you, they, whatever are very fruitful. Let's put it that way. Um, Very healing though. I like that, Leo. I like it. Very healing. The person has a lot of passion for you. You have also Aquarius energy, and I'm not going to show that card, but it's the star. Look it up if you want. But Queen of Wands is Aries energy. So yeah, this person, they're very calming, very healing, and they have a lot of passion for you. They are hot for you. So let's get some oracle cards, and I want to go kind of deep. Let's go into here. Okay, finding. Why is finding here? I wanted to be seen. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Wow, I like that. Why is finding here? I'm just gonna cut the deck. Finding a new way of looking at things, maybe. The Hangman is here, so that's Pisces energy. Possibly finding a new way to look at things. I want to. Okay, we'll use that. All right, so let's use, and I'll take that one too. We have make no judgments. Okay, so you're being guided to have an open mind for whatever reason. Signs, pay attention to the signs. Clarity. Okay, so paying attention. So being open-minded, paying attention to the signs will give you clarity about them or a situation. Reclaim your power. Pray. Prayer. Prayer works. Let me tell you. And yes, prayer does bring transformation. I like that. I can attest to the power of prayer. It's important you know how to do it correctly. There is a right way to pray, and a lot of people don't think there is. But believe. Belief is the biggest thing. So let's get a couple more oracle cards, and I'm going to get a timing card. The Golden Mirror. Self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Have you dealt with that in the past? I feel like that's in the past. I feel like it's in the past because I was guided to look at the mirror, and the mirror is like a it's a reflection, but I don't think it's calling you that. I think it's reflecting something you've, like, you could look in the mirror and you can see what you've gone through in the past, what you've been through. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Timing. When might you meet this person, or things will unfold as they are meant to? Now, I can't help but notice this deck, which has a ton, and I mean a ton, of cards with actual times on them. You know what? Let's look at the bottom one. By the end of the month. There it is. But I can't help but notice how many times vague cards come out. Look at all these. That's a lot of freaking cards. You've got days, you've got months, you have an amounts of days, months, seasons, all that. And yet, how many vague cards, things will unfold as they're meant to do that. But by the end of the month. So that's kind of cool. And anything else before I go on to Virgo? Anything else before I go on to Virgo? Finish. I don't know if it's like saying close, like get closure. So you might need to get closure with somebody. It's the Ace of Swords. finish communication. It could also be telling you, A, get closure, and B, maybe just close off communications with finish, be done with communicating with somebody. I don't know who that is. Um, Queen of Swords. Libra energy here. Um, Ace of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Queen of Swords is Libra, and it's all about having very firm boundaries and not letting people get away with things and walk all over you and stuff like that. All right, so let's move on to Virgo, and I'm going to put all these over here. Again, in the signs Taurus, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, and Pisces. All right. Virgo, did I? Okay, I did. Okay, so Virgo is going to be at, dang, 4610. Damn, this might be a long reading. Ooh. All right, so Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I am aware that it's blurry. So before you say it's blurry, I know. I got one bar on the Wi-Fi. I'm looking at it right now. I don't know why. I have no idea. That is frustrating. So let's find out about your spring fling. If you're not in a relationship, if you're not in a committed relationship or a relationship, will you have a spring fling? I feel like you do. You will. I feel like majority of people are going to. So we're going to get an idea about who, when, all that good stuff. Let's find out. And I'm going to shuffle so Seven of Pentacles doesn't keep coming out like it does for everybody else. Okay, so you're in waiting mode right now? I don't know. Okay, so this is an Aries card, but have you already reached out to somebody, or they've reached out to you and you've responded? Now it's just a waiting, and I don't know. Is it already happening? This is the card of making it happen. That is the Magician is Gemini and Virgo. And here's Virgo energy. So if you're wondering, first of all, this shows you being single and not needing anybody, but it also shows that if you're curious about whether or not the other person is single, yeah, they're single. They're not attached to anybody. This person, whoever they are, is a doer. They're a manifester. They make things happen. Okay, so let's get from that section and this some cards. Oh my God, if this doesn't describe you all. Okay, so I think I said this in the last, I think I got this card when I did the last Virgo reading, the sweetness card. This totally describes how I see majority of Virgos. Like they have this sweetness about them, this innocence. And yes, they can be down, like if they're toxic, they can be like really toxic. But if they're not toxic, they can be the absolute sweetest people on the planet. Oh my Lord. Just, I love that energy. Look, love. So, yes. So, I'm going to ask, does this fling have staying power? Is it going to last? Does it have staying power? Well, it might just be a fling. I don't know if you're going to try to. It may not last, not because of somebody being sneaky and shady. I don't think that's going to be it. I really don't. I mean, normally that's what this card means, but I don't feel like that's what it is. I think it's more a case of one of the people is going to feel like the other one isn't as much of an open book, and they're going to wonder what if something is being hidden. So there's going to be kind of an insecurity that gets brought up or triggered or something like that, because somebody is not as much of an open book and they're a little too private. They keep their words and their motives hidden, and you gotta be vulnerable. You gotta open up for things to work out, because if you're not open and vulnerable, how are things going to grow, right? So I don't know if you need to hear that or if somebody else needs to hear that. Ideas and inspiration. Why is that here? Why is ideas and inspiration here? Oh, okay. So if you have a habit of obsessing or worrying, anxiety is a problem. If that's a problem for you, you have to find a way to fight the anxiety because you cannot think clearly. You cannot think creatively. You will not be able to get new ideas and inspiration or any of that stuff if you are in stress and worry mode and analysis paralysis. And don't go in, give into victim mentality either. It's weird that this card keeps coming up now because this is the card of the day that I'm going to do after the collective. That's interesting. And you get Dove Spirit, be peace. Well, yeah. I don't think I need to tell you that because look, see the wings, like angel wings on this one, and say Dove Spirit being peace. I don't think I need to tell you all that. I will say this: if someone or something disturbs your peace, and by the way, the number 21 might be significant to you in some way. If someone or something does disturb your peace and quiet, you want to get away from that because you don't want to have somebody in your life that's constantly stressing you out. And I'll pull this one and this, and then we're going to go on to a couple more oracle and then a timing card. Have faith in your dreams and keep your commitments. Keep your commitments. All right. So I feel like I don't need to tell you all that, right? Don't you are? You guys don't. I don't think you need a lecture on that. So let's look at this one and. Okay, so your new person is going to feel this way. They're going to think this. Whether or not they say it, they're going to think it. I'm so grateful I met you. Are you sure you are real? They're going to think you're too good to be true, and that's actually a very good thing. As long as you're not faking it and love bombing it. Commitment. Oh my God. And the word commitment came out earlier. Keep your commitments. Things are getting serious. So I think it might actually have staying power. All right, so I don't feel like it's this card. When might this happen? Within 18 months. So does it start off as a spring fling that a year and a half later it turns into something much bigger? Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. So the signs that came out, you have Aries, Gemini, Aquarius, Gemini, Virgo, and Virgo again. And on the bottom of the deck is, it might start off as a physical thing. Aries, Leo, Sag with the Ace of Wands. It could start off as just a physical thing. All right. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus at 5320, I guess. 5320, we'll say. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, your spring fling. Those of you who are not in a committed relationship, and for that person out there that is in a committed relationship and also has a spring fling, I'm not here to judge you. We're just going to leave that alone. But for those of you who are single, I think you definitely have the possibility of a spring fling. I think a lot of people do because when I started off to do the reading, I shuffled, and then on the bottom of the deck was the Lover's card. So, yeah. I think it's going to be majority of people are going to have a spring fling. And you know what? Love is in the air. Who doesn't love that? Okay. I felt the need to look at this one. Okay. I guess because I didn't shuffle, but maybe I'm meant to tell you this. If there is someone you need closure with, get it. Speak your piece, say what you got to say, and then I would say end communication with that person because, leave the past in the past. All right, so Sagittarius energy with the Knight of Wands. It may come in as just a physical thing in the beginning, where just having fun. Now, this card could be a lot of things. The Three of Pentacles could be a lot of things, but when I see it in this instance, it looks to me like, I don't know how else to put this. It looks to me, I think of when I look at this particular card right now, as I'm looking at it, it makes me think of two people getting married, because here they are, and here's, even though this person's not supposed to be the pastor, the minister, whatever, that's what I see when I look at it right now for whatever reason. So, okay, so it's gonna start off. Um, I feel like the communication is gonna be good. They're gonna be honest. So, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Um, what do you need to know about this person? They've been betrayed in the past. Gemini energy, with the Ten of Swords, they're first of all, they are finished with the past. They're done. So if you think that they're involved with somebody, they're not. But they've been betrayed in the past, stabbed in the back, that kind of thing. So that's something you need to know. That's Gemini energy there. Okay, so let's take a look at these. Freedom, okay. This is such a Libra card. Balance, look at it. That's such a Libra card. I don't know if you can see it, how well you can see it, because I don't want it to disappear. Oh, see, it's trying to disappear. Can you see it? How could I do it so it's okay there? I was trying to do it so it wasn't like hidden behind the words. So balance. Why is balance here? Raise your okay, so raise your vibration. Are you tired, or are you overworked, stressed out, something, not eating well, not getting enough sleep, something? It says raise your vibration, so that you can be in balance. Okay, that makes sense. Wake up call. Hopefully you don't get a wake up call like a health thing. I would not like that for you. You get friendship. Does it start off as a friendship? Does it start off as a friendship? Possibly. Someone's going to be really generous. Okay. And you get, okay. Hand of cards. Speaking of cards, not that anybody really gives a crap, but I got to say this. I just learned, by accident, I learned of a new card game called Conquien, and it's huge in Latin America. So I'm learning how to play this because I have tons and tons of friends who are, Hispanic, people I work with, people I live around. Yeah, so, and like, family members or extended family members, whatnot. It says hand of cards, take a risk, or take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, gambling. Huh. Okay, not showing your hand, not letting people know what's going on. Give it time. Everything in divine timing, let things flow. Speaking of which, this is the question I want to ask is, when will this happen? I can't help but notice these cards do not want to let people know what time, because there's plenty of cards here that'll tell you a time. It says keep going with the flow of life. So just go with the flow and not worry about, just give it time, be within 4 years. Obviously, a spring fling we're talking about this spring. So within 4 years, what is within 4 years? Because that's not, for some of you all, you might get a new vehicle within 4 years, but I mean, that's kind of boring. I don't know, whatever. It's kind of a given, isn't it, for people who drive? And I don't know what it is that you're trying to get recognition for or get appreciated for, but you're going to get the recognition you deserve. You're going to get appreciated, and whatever it is, you're going to win and be in the spotlight in some way within 4 years. Leo energy here with the Six of Wands. Okay, so anything else? Let's use my deck, and then I'm going to move on to Scorpio. All right. What else before we move on to Scorpio? What else? Maybe. What's maybe? Um, Bear with me 1 second. Ew, I don't want to say that. There's gonna be some. So there's a person who is very sneaky and shady that you know. They're not a good person. They're probably a con artist. Okay, and I'm being guided to look at the within 4 years. Um, they may pass away within the next 4 years. I don't like predicting stuff like that, but I got maybe death and the Seven of Swords. Death card Scorpio, Seven of Swords is Aquarius. Ooh, all right. Well, there's that. There's that. Oh Lord, I don't like to predict stuff like that. That makes me uncomfortable. But I mean, if it comes out, it comes out, right? All right. So let's make sure. Don't have. Okay, good. All right. Let's move on to Scorpio. Speaking of Scorpio. All right. So at 140. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And yes, I know it's blurry, and I have one bar on the Wi-Fi, so that's what's going on. All right, so Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see. Spring fling. If you're not in a committed relationship, if you're not in a relationship at all, I feel like you're gonna have a crack at a spring fling. Will it play out? Will it develop into anything else? Who are they? What? How you meet? All that stuff. Let's find out. And okay, so things might be quiet at the moment. You may have been resting, recuperating. You may have been healing from a past relationship, or you could be healing from like an illness. I don't know, or just be on vacation right now. But let's see. Let's see. Spring fling for Scorpio. What's going on? Ooh, this is usually a card of now you could meet him at a party. Leo. You could meet him at a party. Or it could be somebody you reconnect with. But are you gonna have a spring fling with somebody you reconnect with, like a past person? Cancer energy with the Three of Cups. Um, Cancer energy again with the Queen of Cups. Okay. Whoever this person is, they're honest. I don't know if you need to know that or not. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you question their honesty. This person is honest. I don't know if they get depressed or they get maybe not depressed, but they are they moody? They get. I think this person maybe has moments where they get kind of down. Um, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius with the Ace of Swords. So whoever this is, whether it's somebody new or from the past, and I kind of get. First of all, they have a lot of love for you. They have a lot of love to give. This person wants to talk to you. They want to reach out, and they hold honesty and truth very, very high. It's truth is very, very important to them. They don't like deception, so they hold like. I was guided to look at the crown on the end of the sword. Like truth is like royalty, or I don't know how else. It's just really valuable. They hold it very high. Okay. Do I want to go to that? With this deck, can we know anything about the person? Can we find out anything about them? What do we know about this person? Let's see. Sudden. Okay. Is it somebody that, well, I almost got legal situation caused one of you to move on suddenly? Does that make any sense at all? Was there a legal situation? If it's somebody from the past, um, which that's kind of that might be somebody from the past. Okay, we'll say that this is past, and then I'm going to ask about new, because I don't think everybody wants to deal with somebody from the past. But let's say that you're dealing with somebody from the past that they want to, you know, reunite and all that kind of stuff, and have a good time. Is it somebody that either they or you, one of you, moved on very quickly because of a legal situation? I don't know, like if somebody got arrested or um, I don't know, something, because that's what I'm seeing. Um, Let me see here. It could just be that things were stuck and in limbo, and somebody just decided to suddenly just move on, and say, you know what, without really any warning. Things were just too limbo, I guess is the best way to put it. So somebody may have just suddenly moved on. If it's somebody new, you might find I don't know, one of you might end up just deciding to just say, no, I'm done. I don't want to deal with this, and just quickly moving on. Um, Aries energy there. Pisces and Aries energy. So it could be somebody who's on the cusp between Pisces and Aries. Hmm. If it's somebody new, let's talk new. Oof. Be careful, Scorpio. Be careful, and I say this because I said if it's somebody new, and look what we get: the juggler, the circus act, the person who tries to juggle more than one person. That's Capricorn energy. All right, so that's what you may need to know. So, do you really want to deal with a juggler? You might be like, and that could, if it's somebody new and things like that seem like they're in limbo, then it might be you going suddenly deciding just to like peace out, without really any notice, because you're like nothing. It's in limbo. Nothing's working. Nothing's moving. There's no growth. There's nothing. It's stagnant, and probably the reason why is because you're not the only one. Um, and they might be a little bit selfish. So there's that. What else? So let's look at oracle cards to get an idea of what else do you need to know. Strength. Strength card is a card of holding back, having self-discipline. Marriage. I don't know if, I mean, you could deal with somebody who actually is connected, already in a marriage. Laugh at your demons. I want to get a card. Let's get this one and this one. You have stress management, okay, and friendship. Why is friendship here? Why is friendship here? I don't know if, okay, so let's just say that a new person is somebody who starts off as a friend, hides the fact that they're possibly married, um, hides that, tries to be sneaky and shady and hide it, and just is like starts off as a friend, doesn't tell you that they're involved, and they try to double dip. That's what I call double dipping. When you're trying to be with more than one person at the same time and keep both of them in the dark, that's double dipping. All right, so um, let's see. Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. Okay, learn from the past. I feel like is a big deal. Communicate. You get communicate, forgive, work it out, or compromise, forgive, work it out. Yeah, well, that's on you. If you decide to I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge. Okay, so when will this take place? Whether it's with somebody from the past or somebody brand new, when will this take place? January. Okay. Well, it's called a spring fling for a reason. So when in the spring are we talking? Around July. And so it's still not going to be spring, it'll be July. But and you might meet them in the spring and then it develops more in July. And July 15th might be prominent in some way, shape, or form. It could be their birthday, your birthday. Well, if you're a Scorpio, it's not your birthday. Unless you're Scorpio rising or Venus. Well, could you be? Yeah, you could be a Capricorn with Venus in Scorpio, or Moon in Scorpio. All right, well, that's the timing cards. Any advice? I'm going to use my deck for the advice. Let's use my deck for that. So any advice for you all, and then I'm going to move on to Sagittarius. Let's see, what is the advice for Scorpio? Focus on your happily ever after. Like, focus on what you really, that's the Ten of Cups, Pisces energy there. Focus on what would be your ultimate happiness. Like, what, keep that vision in mind and don't settle for less. Don't say, well, I might as well just deal with this person because it's probably the best I'm going to get, or I'm not going to get another opportunity. No. Focus on what is your happily ever after and just hold that vision. Hold it and just see yourself in that situation. I think that's all I need to say. And I'm going to put these away. What's on the bottom of the deck? Just out of curiosity. And that was on the bottom of the deck when I started. Four of Swords, Libra energy. Oh, and did I call off the signs again? Okay. So you have Cancer, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and what did I just say? What was the one and then Libra. Yeah, so you might, you might just need to take a break and take a vacation, take a break, or just get some more rest. That is something. Don't overwork yourself. That is what I probably need to tell you. Don't overwork yourself. All right, so Sagittarius. All right. At 1:12:45. Oh my Lord, this will be another long one. All right. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's do this. Spring fling. Now, if you're not in a relationship or a long-term relationship or committed relationship, and you're single, I think you're more likely than not going to have a spring fling. So let's get an idea of when and who and how and all that stuff. I will call off the signs in case you need confirmation from somebody you came here to hear about. If you like it, if it resonates, feel free to hit the like button, comment, share, whatever makes you happy. If it does not resonate, feel free to check out one of the other sign placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's do this. And I forgot to say that to Scorpio, but it'll be okay. All right, so Sagittarius. Let's find out. Ooh, we gotta pop out. Okay, it's gonna start off as a physical thing. Aries, Leo, Sag. It's gonna start off as a physical thing. New love, though. It's gonna be new love. 2 aces. So new beginning. So it's definitely new. It's not somebody from the past. It's new. What else? Pisces energy with the 9 of Cups. This person is going to offer you love. They are the real deal. Their feelings, they're genuine. They're not holding anything back. They're not being shady. They're very true. Like, this person wears their heart on their sleeve. So Aries, Leo, Sag, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and Pisces again. So, all right, so what kind of things? Good luck. You know what? What Sagittarius isn't lucky, right? Even when you think you're not, trust me, you're lucky. Financial health, that's okay, good. So your finances are going to improve if they've been kind of crappy, so that's good. Manifestation, you're going to make it happen. Wise decision. That's when it comes to your money, you are making wise decisions, and it's going to improve your financial health. Not that that has anything to do with the love thing. But then again, maybe it is because maybe that's what's going to bring in a good quality person is when you have your shit together. It's easier for you to draw in people to you that also have their shit together. If you're struggling, you're probably going to draw to you people that are struggling. Um, so this new person, they're going to think this. They may not say it, but they're going to think it. I'm thinking of you in this very moment. In this very moment, I miss you. Aw, that's sweet. Open your heart. It will help you attract more love. So, yes, be willing to be vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable, open up, be willing to trust. You don't have to talk about feelings and stuff like that if you don't want to, but um, just be open to love. Timing. Let's talk about timing. When might something happen? 2 months from now. So it's a spring fling, but do you meet them in the spring, but it doesn't really come together until 2 months from now? What is this? April, May, June. So that's like beginning of the summer. That kind of makes sense. Um, I don't know why 2 o'clock is significant, but okay. Um, Anything else you need to know about them? They are going to see, they're going to, okay, so first of all, you get the happily ever after card. This is how they see you. I think this is also how you're going to see them. You're going to see each other as the other's happily ever after. Man. And I looked down and saw the words wise decision. So, yes, this open your heart. Oh, my Lord. I almost said Pisces. It is a Pisces card. Sagittarius, this is actually really good. It may start off as a physical thing, but it's going to develop. And normally they don't. But maybe for Sagittarius, y'all are a little unconventional, a little more freewheeling, a little more laid back, not so uptight. All right, so let's use my deck to get any more information. I think I spilled coffee on it. All right, so anything else we need to know, Sag? Wow. I kind of want to pull, okay, one more. Emotions are running high. Okay. Calm down. Calm down. All right, so anything else we need to know? Ace of Cups, it's a new start in love. You got Ace of Cups twice. So that's confirmation of yes, this is new love. Two of Cups, Cancer energy. Again, man, this is definitely a connection. Anything else? Oh, and then is that when you have new money coming in, because you get the Ace of Pentacles too. A lot of aces. A lot of new beginnings, a lot of new stuff for Sagittarius, right? Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups again, Ace of Pentacles. Oof. All right. Any advice for you that how do you handle things? I mean, technically, I said relax, right? Emotions running high. I said relax and open your heart. Six of Wands. Make sure that you put yourself out there. Obviously, you're not going to meet them from your couch. I would think, unless you're doing online gaming or something, maybe then, but most likely not. So yeah, put yourself out there. Be able to, get out there and mingle. Okay, that's it for Sag. What's on the bottom, just out of curiosity? Oh yeah, Libra energy. With the Four of Swords. So things are kind of quiet right now. You could be resting. And like I said, a lot of Pisces energy here. A lot of Pisces energy. All right, so let's move on to Capricorn. Oh, look, now I have two bars. At 1:19:45. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Got to pop out already. All right, we'll look at that. Spring fling. So I'm just going to say whether you're attached or not, there's probably going to be a spring fling. And I'm not judging anybody. I'm not predicting anybody to be act in a certain way. I'm just saying. Because as soon as I went to say it, I heavily got even attack caps. So there's that. I will call off the signs in case you need confirmation from somebody you came here to hear about. If you like it, if it resonates, feel free to hit the like button, comment, share, whatever makes you happy. If it does not resonate, feel free to check out one of the other sign placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Capricorn, let's do this. Let's do it. Why are you so undecided? Conflicted. You're conflicted. What's going on? Emperor card. Are you the boss? Are you taking charge in some way, shape, or form? Does this signify the person? Maybe it's Aries energy. Somebody who's very like decisive, confident, good leader, regardless of gender. I don't know if you're spying on them or if they're spying on you. Well, it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I always think Gemini when I see the Page of Swords. Okay. Is it because they come in like a wrecking ball? Maybe not so much. I don't know. This person has the ability to really shake up your world. I'll put it that way. But they are very cautious and maybe have trust issues. Because I ask, are they to come in like a wrecking ball? And then I got this. I'm like, well, maybe not so much because this is the card being cautious. So it's not so much somebody that would like, just come in like a wrecking ball. But they will definitely change your world, shake it up. Libra, Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Scorpio, and Sagittarius energy. Boundaries. Okay, boundaries are really important, I feel like, with this person. And for you to have good boundaries with this person. Okay, I wanted... Here it is. This one? Yeah. And this one. And that one. And that one. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so... Learning experience. Damn. Capricorn? Is this a lesson? Is this what a lesson? Soulmate. You get soulmate. I don't know if you can even read that. I was coughing. That's not Joey. Practice makes perfect and change tracks. Okay, I don't know, there's something that you need to change the direction of. And I am a little concerned because I don't know if that's my Joey. Okay. Thank you for teaching me what real love is. Rosie? Rosie! Rosie! Pudge! Why are they not responding? Okay, I'm a little freaked out right now. Girls! Okay. I need to check to make sure. Pardon me, Capricorn. I'm gonna, you know what? Actually, I'll do this, and then it says let go. Make room for the new beginning on its way to you now. This has to do with somebody from the past. Let go of the past. Let it go. When would something new be coming in? It says it's in the past. 60 is the number 60 might be significant. It's in the past. Okay, so when would something new be coming in? Time will bring a surprise. Why is it just being so friggin' vague? All right, so bear with me 1 second. I'm going to. Where's my pets are freaking. Is there a pets are freaking one? I had one. Okay, we'll do that. I'm just going to check on my pets because something is not right. Okay. Well, you're here, so why are you not answering me when I call you? And you look like you just woke up. Okay, is he in the back? Joey! Oh, there you are. Hi, buddy. How you feeling, buddy? You okay? All right. Mommy loves you. All right. Just worried about you. All right. So we're gonna go on with with mommy loves you. She's just checking on you. That's all. Okay. So everybody's alive. All right. So we are going to move on to Aquarius. Man, that scared the bejesus out of me. I heard somebody coughing, and it was a pretty significant cough. Did not like that. All right, Aquarius is at 126.45. Okay, 126.45. I was freaking out there for a second. I heard lots of coughing in the distance, and I couldn't hear any of my other pets. I called them, and nobody was responding, and I was like, what? Here I'm doing a reading, and I'm like, ah! All right, Aquarius. And let me undo the pets are freaking. Okay. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's find out about your spring fling. All right, so put that there. You right there, bud? Okay. I think he thought it was time for snacks. All right, so Aquarius, let's find out about a spring fling, whether you're attached or single or I don't whatever the situation is. Let's find out what the deal is. And I feel like everybody, there's gonna be a lot of flinging going on this spring. I think I could because when I went to do before I started the reading. Hi, buddy. Before I started the reading, that's my JoJo. He's kind of worn down. Before I started the reading, the Lover's card was on the bottom of the deck, and I was like, okay, that's pretty much telling me that everybody's going to have a spring fling. So let's find out. I'm going to call off the signs in case you need confirmation of somebody you came here to hear about. If you like it, if it resonates, feel free to hit the like button, comment, share, whatever makes you happy. If it does not resonate, feel free to check out one of the other sign placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. All right, so let's do this. Is this person going to be argumentative? Are you going to meet them in the middle of an argument or a fight? Oh, wow. Is this somebody that's going to be healing from heartbreak, or you're healing from heartbreak? I'm not sure who's the person. You got Aquarius, and Libra energy here. All air sign, and you're Aquarius. Is this describing them? That's a definite yes. And they're gonna it's gonna come in like lightning, so it's gonna happen very quickly. But I don't know if you're either going to meet this person in the middle of an argument. So I don't know if one of you is going to yell out your window while driving at the other for the way they drive, or so, I don't know, or the way they park or something. But there's going to be some kind of an argument or disagreement. And this person is healing from heartbreak, so they might be somebody who's easily triggered. Maybe I don't know. But things are going to be happening very quickly. It's going to happen like lightning. So Aquarius, Libra, Sagittarius. What's on the bottom of the deck, just out of curiosity? Okay, that's my neighbor. They may have children. I don't know if they're stuck in the past. They might be somebody who's also stuck in the past, but they may have children. You have Six of Cups is Scorpio energy. So before I do that, let's get. I feel like I need to dig deep for this one. Let's go deep. Okay, there's that. That. For some reason, I felt the need to pull that one, but okay. Those usually are ones that muddy things up. And that's a lot. Okay, and that. Forgiveness. Okay. Love yourself. You found it. The well watcher, wisdom, power of the divine, prosperity, white, confidence, truth, and work through your fears. All right. So first of all, I'm going to say whatever it is that you need to forgive yourself for, and you'll know exactly what it is. And if you don't, then there may need to be more healing done. But there's something that you need to forgive yourself for. You'll know what it is. It's different for everybody. You're going to find the truth about something. It's going to give you confidence, and that's going to bring in prosperity. And I'm going to say trust in the universe, trust in God, trust in the divine. Yeah, you can trust in it. All right, so you get. This is going to sound mushy, but someone is thinking this. You inspire me so much. You are my muse. Whoever this person is, that's something they're going to think. They may not say it, but they're thinking it. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, and we did get Sag earlier. Timing. Let's look at timing for when this would come together. It's worth waiting for. Why are there so many? I'm going to take all the vague cards out of this deck. I swear to God. I'm taking all the vague cards out. And watch, there'll be like 15. And the rest will be like regular cards. I'm like, see? Let it happen organically in October. Okay. So your spring fling might I don't know, develop into something more come October. Unless you live in an area where October is the spring. I don't know. Okay, that's possible. I guess if you live in Australia, maybe. In Australia, October would be the spring, wouldn't it? All right, so what do you need to know? Let's use this deck to see what you need to know. Let's see. Knight of Wands. Leo energy. All right, so. And the hair. Is that, are you going to commit to some. It's masculine energy. Regardless of your gender, their gender, whatever. It's masculine energy that's very fiery, very confident, protective. But you've got the Hierophant. That's committing. And, oh, damn. It's going to be passionate because you also got the Queen of Wands. Dang. It's going to be hot. That's for sure. There's going to be a lot of passion, a lot of action. Maybe some, well, that could be where the Five of Swords comes, arguments, fights. But there's going to be a lot of passion and action, passion. I don't know how else to put that. What's on the bottom of the deck? Things are going to move forward. There's going to be a lot of movement, a lot of forward movement. I don't know if you're going to travel together or I just got the word carpool. I'm not sure. Is it somebody you work with? Are you going to carpool with them? But yeah, and that's Cancer energy. So Leo, Taurus, Aries, and Cancer for the cards from my deck. Okay. All right. Any last advice before I move on to Pisces. You get the Emperor card. So you're going to have to you're going to have to take charge. So you're going to have to be decisive and you're going to have to take charge. You can't be laid back and just letting the other person take the lead. So it's telling you to take the lead, take charge, be decisive. Aries. So you got Aquarius, Libra, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Aries. All right. And let's do Pisces is going to be at there it is. All right. Pisces is going to be at 135.50. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right. I got a little wordy in the first few signs. Kind of backed it off a little bit, but yeah, got a little bit chatty. So if you have anything, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Aries, Taurus, or Gemini, or even Cancer, those reads got a little bit wordy. So I'm going to call up the signs in case you need confirmation of somebody you came here to hear about. If you like it, if it resonates, feel free to hit the like button, comment, share, whatever makes you happy. If it does not resonate, feel free to check out one of the other sign placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's do this, Pisces. All right, so first of all, spring fling. I think most people are going to have one. And the reason I say this is because when I was getting ready for this reading, I shuffled, and on the bottom of the deck was the Lover's card. And I was like, well, okay, that's a yes. That's a definite confirmation there. So more likely than not, everybody's going to have a spring fling. So it's going to be a hot spring. Okay, Leo energy with the Strength card. So are you going to have self-control and hold yourself back? Are they going to be that hot or tempting or something? You're going to have self-discipline. This person's going to have a lot of love for you. Scorpio energy. 2 fixed signs. I can see it already. Fixed usually is also stubborn. So their moods might be changeable. A little bit, maybe volatile, because you got the 5 of Wands. Leo energy again. So this person might be, there might be drama wherever this person goes. Hopefully not, but they'll definitely stir things up. They're going to be competitive. They're going to fight for you. So they're going to fight for you. This person is a thinker. They are a thinker. They spend time alone in introspection. So this person is not some dumbass. I don't know how else to put it. So this person, they're very, I want to say intuitive. We'll say intuitive. But they're very, I don't know, what's the word? They think deeply, I guess is the best way to put it. So they're not superficial, that's for sure. They're not vapid. And that's Virgo energy with the Hermit card. So, all right, so let's pull some of these. And I want this one because my eyes were drawn to it, so we're just going to do that one too. What else? And this one. All right. I'm going to have a good time putting them away. Admit your vulnerabilities. That one's backwards. Manifestation. Like the Magician card. Emotions. Pay attention to your emotions. I just said pay attention to your emotions, and it says paying attention. And Justice. That's Libra energy if it's the Justice card. So what, why is the Justice, well, it's not the Justice card, but it kind of is, but it's not the Tarot card. But why is the Justice card here? It's not the indecision. Do you have a decision to make? It could be a legal decision, but do you have a decision to make when you're weighing things out? Are emotions clouding your judgment? I don't know. Okay, so pull one of these. Healthy choices. Yeah, you do have a decision to make. You want to make the right decision. You want to make a healthy decision. Making healthy choices in love and in life, self doubt, self care, or self love. Sorry, maybe self doubt, self love, self care, and being happier. Okay, you get that. And deep down the bottom, patience. Just a few more months, good things come to those who wait. And let's look at timing. Let's get an idea on timing for Pisces. Next year looks promising, but it's a spring fling. Are you not going to have a fling this spring? I feel like you are. Can we get an idea of when? Distract yourself from the waiting game. Okay. The number 45 might be significant, by the way. So with my deck, let's look at my deck. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what you might need to know. Any advice? Okay. So anyone you deal with, I gotta be careful how I word this because I was already getting that warning feeling as I was getting ready to say it, and I was like, okay, hold on, let me just make sure I word this correctly. Because you got the Knight of Swords, you got no, new, and then I was like, no, new what? And then Six of Pentacles. So I'm just gonna say, I don't know how to. Are you gonna need to quickly tell people, like right off the bat, that you're not a charity? You're not here to like save the world. Like, have you dealt with sponges, Pisces? Have you dealt with people who try to sponge off of you or um, live off of you or take advantage of you or somewhere, or your kindness or generosity or something? Is that what it is? Because no new, and then the Six of Pentacles. Now, the Six of Pentacles is a card of being generous, charitable, making things right, balancing things out, giving to two people. I just got that as no new sponges, basically. No people sponging off of you. I hope that's not the. I don't know your situation. You know your own situation, but with the Knight of Swords, like rushing in, like quickly speaking up, quickly telling people whatever they need to know, so that they know that you're not a charity. You're not here to be the charity, you know. And then Knight of Swords is a Gemini card, and the Six of Pentacles is a Taurus card. On the bottom of that deck is the Wheel of Fortune. In the past, I think, first of all, in the future, you're going to be really lucky, and things, your karma, good karma is going to pay off. Good things you do come back to you. However, in the past, I think people saw you as kind of like their lucky charm for them to kind of lean on for whatever they could get from you. And that's not cool. That's not cool at all. Nobody wants to be taken advantage of. So yeah, move on from that. The Chariot card is like the card of moving on, moving forward. Cancer energy here. All right. Okay. And again, Leo, Scorpio, Leo, Virgo. I think that's it. Any one last word of advice? Focus on your stability, your financial stability, and just stability in general. King of Pentacles, it's like rich man vibe. So regardless of gender, focus on your financial stability and your stability in general, being very stable. And that's a Taurus card. Okay, so let's do the collective. All right, and that is going to be at 144.35. All right. I almost said Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, so maybe quite a few of you are Cancers. The collective. If you wanted to get a little bit more clarity, or if the other signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus weren't quite hitting, if something wasn't quite hitting, and you want a little more clarity, the collective. Spring Fling. Let's find out what's going to happen, who it's going to be, when, and all that good stuff. And then I'm going to do the card of the day, which is the Eight of Swords. I'm just going to do a quick little bit about that, and then I'm going to move on. So, what is this? This is Wednesday. Mercury day. Good for communicating, right? All right, so let's see. Cancer energy. Look at that. 4 cups. Ignoring somebody, rejecting somebody, missing an opportunity, ignoring a text or phone call, letting it go to, voicemail, whatever. Focusing on your stability. And there's happiness and growth. Okay. Spring Fling. Yeah. And it comes in really quickly. I don't know if it's because you ignore someone and focus on yourself, your own stability, and your happiness that draws people in like a magnet. I feel like it does. Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, and Sagittarius energy here. Okay. I'm going to use from the top. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to look. I'm going to pull cards without looking. We're just going to pull different cards. So it's going to be definitely the luck of the draw. All right. So what do we have? The Winged Wise Ones. Angelic help, miraculous aid, know your worth, celebration, build on solid ground. Amen on that one. Queen of Pentacles, build on solid ground. Focus on your stability and things being stable in general. And with the Sun card and the celebration, happiness, you're going to be happy. And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to pray and ask for help from the universe, God, angels, whatever. To thank them for help, bringing peace. I want to say in comfort. Okay, so whoever this new person is, there's a new person that you're going to make a really, really, really good impression on. They're going to be so impressed with you. And I feel like as I'm saying that, I might be talking to some of the Virgos that I just read for. You're going to make a great impression on this person. They're going to be thinking, I can't wait to see you again. They may text you this. They may actually say that. Gambling. Problem with addiction or gambling. Bad finances. Is this you or them? Or somebody else? Is this something that you're dealing with, or something you're going to deal with, or something that somebody else is dealing with? Can I get clarity? This is a Virgo card, Knight of Pentacles. This card of staying the course, focusing on your stability, long term. I don't know why the gambling card is here. I mean, I think you're going to take a chance, but as far as gambling, it says problems with addiction or gambling, bad finances. It could be somebody that comes to you. It could be someone that comes into you. It could be the person, because, and I got Aries energy here too. So you get Virgo, Aries. This person comes into you. It may be from a distance. It might come from a distance, but it could be this person. They have issues with addiction or gambling, bad finances. That's not good. That's not good at all. Collective. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Be very clear with them and tell them what you're gonna tolerate, what you're not gonna tolerate. What you want, what you're not going to deal with. Libra energy, that's good. Good. Don't tolerate bullcrap, because, oh man, if you're focused on, see, that's the thing. If you ignore somebody and you focus on yourself and your own financial stability and your happiness, it does magnetically draw in people that may not have the same things. Like they, build on solid ground. Know your worth. Don't let somebody's bad habits, even if they seem like they're really, really into you, like, oh, I can't wait to see you again. If they have really bad habits, addictions, you can't let that affect you. That you can't let that affect your stability. All right. So when would this happen? When would they come in? Next new moon, and the number 49 might be significant. So, aren't we about to have a full moon? So it's gonna be like if you're seeing this now or right after I record it, that's in like 2 weeks. Because we're right now, as I'm recording this, the moon is going full. It's pretty close to being full. In fact, if I look at where the planets are, yeah, it's like a day or two from. Sun is at 20 Aries, moon is at 17 Virgo. All right, so yeah. But the next new moon, if you're seeing this right as I'm doing it, the next new moon would be around so the weekend of the 26th to the 28th of April, April 26th to the 28th. That'll be a new moon, and it'll be in the beginning of Taurus, which is new beginnings, firm foundation, stability. Taurus is the sign of like the banker, like people who they like money. They're good at making it, saving it, spending it, investing it. Like money is very important to Taurus folks. But it says next new moon. All right. Any advice here? I'm going to use my deck for that. Any advice for, because you get again Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Libra, and Virgo. That's a lot of signs. Like 7 out of the 12. All right, so nothing repeated though, interestingly enough. No aces or pages, so you didn't have repeating signs. Wheel of Fortune. Judgment. I feel like a decision, a really important decision is going to be made, and it's going to be a very important decision. It's going to affect your future, and it's going to be like the next chapter. It's going to be that kind of decision with Wheel of Fortune and then the Judgment card. And again, you get the Queen of Swords. So being very protective of your boundaries and not tolerating anything stupid. It could be somebody with Leo energy or somebody who's a fire sign. You get King of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So, all right. So with that said, I'm going to do the card of the day, which is, we're going to switch to that now. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to, you can ask them live or you can ask them afterwards and I'll answer. All right. So let's do the card of the day, which is the Eight of Swords. That was the one I pulled to do. And let's see, 153.45. All right, card of the day is Eight of Swords. Now, I always see the Eight of Swords, it's usually like what you're doing or what somebody else is doing or how it describes somebody. So Eight of Swords is a card of like, being all up in your head, stressing out, analysis paralysis, sometimes victim mentality. It's overthinking, refusing to make decisions, not being, I think analysis paralysis is just the biggest thing, is like all up in your head and stressing out. But it's one of the eights. We have the eight, and eights are all about power, control. You have, in this card, you have, like, the person has the control. They could take that, their hands are free. They could take the blindfold off if they want. They're not really bound up that tight. So yeah, they actually have the control over the situation. But power, control, um, where is, I wanted to show you something. I mean, eights are all, I always think of eight as like the card of wealth. Eight is like wealth, power, control, authority, achievement, leadership. So the other eights are like the eight of cups, and that's the card of, taking charge, taking control, and walking away from a situation, and taking your dignity with you. Um, the eight of pentacles, it's all about, you have the control over, like you're working hard for money, so that you have, like, money is power. I think, like, when you think of, what's the best way to put it? Scorpios always see money as power, so they really like money. That's why, like, if you look at the highest paid actors in Hollywood, they're always Scorpios, always. I'm thinking of like Sandra Bullock and people like that, but because back in the day, she was on the cover of some magazine and it was talking about highest paid actor. But if you look over time, the highest paid are almost always Scorpio, because money to them is power, and they like power. So here's the card of working hard for what you want. So you're creating your wealth. And then the eighth tarot card is the strength card. This is also a card of power, control, self-discipline. I think control is the key word here. It's like self-control. Whenever I see this card, I think self-control. But yeah, the eight of swords is a card. When you see it, it's all about overthinking things, stressing out, analysis paralysis, victim mentality. Like, you can't think clearly. I mean, right after that is the Nine of Swords, and that's the card of losing sleep because of worrying. So if you are learning tarot, that's pretty easy. But like all of the swords are about thinking and communication. So this person can't think straight. They're too busy stressing out over things. And when you're stressing out, you can't think clearly. Yeah, that's about it. So, I don't know if anybody, so I don't know what I want to do the next reading on. I'm going to have to think about that. I think I might actually ask the deck, ask it to show me what I should do the next reading on. Yeah. So anyway, thank you, love you, and I will see you on the next one.